Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to go through how to win pop quiz events. And by winning, I mean how to get all the rewards on part 1, part 2, and part 3 of the pop quiz rewards list. I've received quite a few requests on this, and based on this poll that I did for fun, 76% of you said you needed help. 2% of you scare me, but, well, 76% of you said you needed help. So hopefully this video will help you get the rewards in the least painful way possible. In this video, I will go over what you need to know about pop quiz events, what you need to do before and during the event, how to calculate and plan your points, and what you can do after the event so you can get all the rewards. I would just like to say though that it will be especially difficult for free-to-play players who are aiming to win all the rewards until part 3. Not impossible, but really difficult. So please don't give up. And if you're pay to win, hopefully this video will help you decide what to spend your money on. Before we start, do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like the video. Now, firstly, what are pop quiz events? Pop quiz events are limited time events where you can earn rewards by collecting points. Pop quiz events are slightly different from character birthday pop quiz events, where the event period is different and the pop quiz rewards lists are also different. This video focuses more on the regular pop quiz events, but if you want a video on character birthday pop quiz events, let me know in the comments. You collect points by winning dance battles as you play the event story. Just like the main story, you have a certain number of battles you can do per day, and it refreshes every day at 12 AM Japan Standard Time. So the number of days a pop quiz event is held is important to know. A pop quiz event is usually held for around 12 days. Some previous events were held for 11 days, and some were also held for 13 days. But as of when I'm recording this, which is around mid-March 2021, the current event, Under the Cherry Blossom, started on 16 March 2021 and will end on 27 March 2021, meaning it will be held for 12 days. However, the event doesn't start exactly at 12 AM, and as you can see here, it ends at 2 PM Japan time, so you won't have exactly 24 hours to collect points on the first and last day. Also, it's better not to focus too much on how many days left is shown by the game, and just calculate it yourself. Because what you want to know is how many rounds your battles will refresh without spending extra devil points. More on that later. You can see the available cards for rewards under Cards on the event home screen. You can get special pop quiz event demon cards and memory cards as ranking rewards or pop quiz rewards. Tap ranking rewards to see the rewards you can get with your rank. Of course, the higher your points are, the better you can rank. And we come to the main reason you're probably watching this video, the pop quiz rewards under reward list. The pop quiz rewards list is divided into 3 parts, with various rewards such as AP, card pieces, devil points, Grim, items, and demon vouchers. You can get enough card pieces to complete the SR cards and SSR cards in part 1. To complete the SSR card and finish part 1, usually you will need 100,000 points. Once you reach 100,000 points, you can claim all the card pieces needed to combine and complete the SSR card. You will also now be able to go to part 2 of the rewards list. In part 2, you can get more rewards like card pieces, and you'll also be able to complete the SSR memory card at around 180,000 points. I say around because the point requirements for the cards have changed in the past, so it may not be the same in the future. As of now, you can only unlock part 3 when you reach 200,000 points, which I have not reached here, so I can't show you part 3. But for the Suspicious Circus Troupe event, you can complete the UR memory card at 232,000 points, and the final prize, the UR demon card, can be completed at 285,000 points, which is a lot, I know. So here's what affects your total points, and how to calculate or estimate how many points you'll get by the end of the event, assuming you do the same number of battles per day and you get the same points per battle. Just multiply the number of days for the pop quiz event with the number of battles you can do per day and how many points you get for every battle. So let's say you're aiming for a certain number of points, for example 285,000 points to get all the rewards until Part 3. You can't change the number of days the pop quiz event will be held, but you can change the number of battles you do per day and how many points you get per battle. To do this, I will share my tips on what you need to do before the pop quiz event and during the event itself. Before or during the day of the pop quiz event, we will also have a special event nightmare where we can summon special limited time event cards, also known as cheat cards. If you tap rewards, you can see the available cards for summoning. You can see the word cheat card at the section for the special limited time event cards. There will usually be 2 UR above cheat cards, 1 SSR cheat card, and 2 SR cheat cards available for summoning. You can see the odds to summon them if you tap odds. If you have the cheat cards, they give extra points depending on their rarity. You don't have to use them in your battle team, you just have to have them. As I mentioned before, you collect points by winning dance battles. If you don't have any of the cheat cards, your base points is 120 points per battle. These numbers on the screen may not be 100% accurate, but basically, the UR cheat card gives additional 36 points each, the SSR cheat card gives additional 18 points, and the SR cheat cards give additional 6 points each. So if you have one each of the cheat cards, your points per battle would be 120 base points plus the cheat card bonus from each of the cheat cards, like on the screen, totaling up to 222 points per battle. So what happens if you have more than one of each cheat card? Well, for extra copy of a cheat card, meaning every skill up until level 10, you will get more extra points. Again, these may not be 100% accurate, but every extra UR above cheat card will give additional 6 points to the 36 points from the first UR cheat card. Every extra SSR cheat card will give around additional 4 points to the 18 points from the first SSR cheat card. And every extra SR cheat card will give around additional 1 point to the 6 points from the first SR cheat card. So let's say I have 4 of this SR cheat card, meaning the skill level of my card is at level 4. My cheat card bonus would be 6 points for the first card, and then 1 point for each skill up card after, totaling to 6 plus 3 equals 9 points. Add this to the 120 base points and I will get 129 points per battle. If you have other cheat cards, calculate it the same way and just add it to the 120 base points to get your points total per battle. The more high rarity cheat cards you have, the higher your points per battle are, and the better chance you get to win the pop quiz event rewards. So now you know how important cheat cards are. If you're aiming to win until Part 3, you will need a lot of cheat cards, especially if they keep increasing the points required to win the UR Demon card in Part 3. You'll definitely need all the cheat cards in multiple copies. Get as many as you can. If you're aiming for the UR memory card and SSR memory card, you'll still need a lot of cheat cards, especially the UR above cards. Luckily, the game will give you a UR above cheat card through the present stamp card, where you will be able to collect enough card pieces to complete a UR above cheat card when you summon 100 times. You may get another copy of the cheat card by summoning more depending on the present stamp card. So it's super important to save your demon vouchers or devil points for a pop quiz event that you really want to win. If you want tips on how to get more demon vouchers and devil points, you can check out my video, which I will link on the screen and in the description box or pinned comment. Try to summon as much as you can before the pop quiz event starts, so you can get the most points per battle as early as possible. Now, this is what you should do before the pop quiz event. Next is what you need to do during the event, and especially on the first day of the pop quiz event. On the first day of the pop quiz event, it is important to unlock as many of the dance battles as you can. As of now, pop quiz events usually have 2 lessons with 13 battle chapters in each lesson. Each battle chapter has 3 dance battles available. If your cards are strong enough, you will have 78 battles available for you to unlock on the first day. This may change depending on the event, so make sure to count it yourself to be safe. In addition to these 78 battles, you can also watch ads 5 times to get 5 more battles every day. So the total battles you can have in a day without spending additional devil points is 83 battles. If your team isn't strong enough to unlock 83 battles, or if you need to do more than 83 battles to get the reward you want, you can get more with devil points. 5 devil points will give you 3 extra dance battles. So remember to save up your devil points. One of the biggest challenges you may experience is not having enough AP. One dance battle costs 8 AP. If you manage to unlock 83 dance battles, you will need 664 AP per day. If you need some tips on AP, my next video will be on how to get more AP. So once that's up, you can check out the video which I will link on the screen and at the description box. Now, let's look back at how to calculate our points now that we hopefully have a better understanding. Let's say we have no cheat cards at all, but we can do the 83 battles per day and we have 12 days for the event. Without any cheat cards, we will get 120 points per dance battle. So our total points would be 119,520 points, which, at the time I'm recording this, is enough to get all the rewards in Part 1, including the SSR Demon card. But let's say you want to get all the rewards until the UR Demon card in Part 3, which requires 285,000 points currently. If you know how many days the event will be held, and how many battles you can do per day, you'll need to divide your target total points, which in this example is 285,000, with the number of event days and number of battles per day, to know how many points you'll need per battle. So in this example, you'll need 286.14 points per battle, or to be more accurate, 287 points per battle, which will give you 285,852 total points, which is enough to win the UR Demon card and all the rewards in Part 3. Similarly, you can calculate how many battles you'll need per day too. For example, you have no cheat cards, but you're aiming to get the SSR memory card, which requires 180,000 points. Divide that number with your points per battle and the number of days the event is held, and you can get the number of battles you'll need to do per day. In this example, that would be 125 battles per day with no cheat cards. Play around with this equation to figure out if you'll need to spend devil points to get more battles or anything else. Okay, so you've calculated and calculated and you don't have enough devil points to get more battles or more cheat cards to win all the rewards in the pop quiz event. What do? Don't give up and tap schedule. In 6 months time, Lonely Devil will help you. Lonely Devil is an app where you can replay past pop quiz events, but you'll need at least 6 months for the current event to be added to Lonely Devil. Your current progress in the pop quiz event will be saved. When you revisit it in Lonely Devil, you will continue from where your last points were, so you'll just need to keep doing the event until you reach the final reward, the UR Demon card in Part 3. In Lonely Devil, the pop quiz event will be held for 4 days only, but you can revisit or join the tour of a pop quiz event as many times as you like. Each visit or tour, as they call it, costs 10 devil points or 1 Lonely Devil ticket to participate. Please note that your cheat card bonuses won't be applicable anymore, so you'll always get 120 points per dance battle, meaning you can get around 39,840 points for each round of 4 days. You can replay your pop quiz event multiple times until you get enough to win the UR Demon card in Part 3. It will take longer, but it might not cost as much. With that, I wish you all a good luck at winning your rewards for the pop quiz event. If you're still with me at the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video helps you even though I am so not an expert on this. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell before you go. My next video will be on how to get more AP, so I hope you'll watch that too. Thank you and take care!